Hey, listen, if you find these shows helpful or interesting, make sure that you share them with your sphere of influence. It really, really helps us a lot. All right, I've been talking a lot about this and I don't want to get too far away from it. And I've got a really personal story here that I want to share with you guys because I think it's pretty powerful. But again, marketing and addiction, they have so much in common. And as I've said, I've been sharing the discipline of sobriety to loan officers and real estate agents who struggle with marketing, and to see the adoption with these strategies about sobriety and its effectiveness is really nothing short of remarkable. So it got me thinking, I know this industry is full of a bunch of drunks, just like me, who want to be better at marketing, so why not just be transparent with my current state of disrepair, and maybe we can just have an open and honest group and dialogue of admittedly flawed individuals who like the idea of improvement as an overall concept, both with our work and at home. I mean, guys, I'm rooting for you. And here's a case in point. This is a personal story. I spoke with a loan officer. His name is Eric August Dahlberg. He's a really, really good dude. He reached out to me, and he, like me, is just a drunk. He right now has 6 months sobriety underneath his belt, and he told me his story. At one point, he had bleeding on the brain, and his first question to his doctor was, when he found this out, "Can I still drink?" You can imagine the doctor's response. But the sad thing is, that question makes sense to this drunk over here, and I know there's a bunch of you out there who are nodding your head in agreement. Anyways, well, he kind of figured it out. He kept drinking. He kept drinking until one night he got so dehydrated that his vision started to go when he was watching a movie with his wife. Well, he decided at that point to sober up, and as I said, 6 months now. And I asked how his business is going since he sobered up, and he said it's 100% improvement. Deals are coming in, relationships are cementing in ways that he hadn't had before. But he said one thing that I absolutely loved. I mean, I loved it. He said, "Brian," he goes, "I have no reluctance right now with my business calling anybody, calling agents, calling clients, really with anything, because when I wake up in the morning every single day right now, I've already done the hardest thing that I'm going to do for that day. I chose not to drink. Everything's easier after that." And I totally get it, and I really do. And for letting me share this story, Eric, I got to tell you, dude, you're awesome, because somebody's watching this right now and they're deciding what to do with their day, and they might make the right decision for themselves and their family and their profession. So I look forward to our conversations with other like-minded drunk miscreants like myself, which, by the way, will be this upcoming Monday at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be about sobriety and marketing and the fact that these two things are on the same track. More examples just from the notes from other drunks that I speak with on a daily basis. Marketing and addiction are both struggles. Discipline is the solution. Vigilance is a solution. Gratitude and grace is a solution. Humility or parking your ego at the door is a solution. Community is part of the solution to both your marketing and your addiction, meaning crowdsourcing your next step. When done right, it's a real simple program if you follow it. Is this a roadmap to fix your job or your addiction? I think it might be both. Know what your triggers are with your addiction or with your job. You ever go to work and you talk with a real estate agent and you get off the phone and you just want to get in a tank and bulldoze a city block because it pissed you off so much? See, us drunks oftentimes will go to booze. I mean, sometimes we will, sometimes we won't. But normal people might just go and be triggered and allow it to end their day of marketing and lead to a sort of professional paralysis. You ever just put your business on hold because you're sick of it for like a day, a week, or a month? That's because of things that trigger us. If we actively, with our eyes open, look for landmines that can derail our day, our week, or even our month, then we can avoid them or understand how to manage them. Again, marketing or addiction. I saw someone said the opposite of triggers is glimmer. And this is silly, but I gotta tell you, it works. These are these little delightful moments that take place around us all day long, magical moments that inspire us to keep on the right track. Sadly, we often miss these magical moments because we're caught up in our own misery, our own triggers, and stewing in things that don't work. And glimmer is just missed. If you could see the glimmer and not the triggers, you'd be better off for it. But in order to do this, and it's hard, you have to take your personal inventory and make sure that you're firmly planted in grace and gratitude, not entitlement. All recovering drunks are grateful because what I've seen, who I am, guys, I'm on house money over here. I mean, with my life. All my old drunk friends, well, they're all dying off right now or they're sick as hell. And that's not a joke. This is the age where that starts to happen. I'm on house money. I'm lucky I've made it this far. And because of that, I'm not gonna this whole thing up, and I'm gonna play the rest of this mortal game out loose and free because I beat the odds. And it sure makes work a hell of a lot better. You ought to try it sometime. See, when you're grateful, you're always happy. When you're entitled, you're never happy. So let me ask you, how are you doing right now? Really, how are you doing? Remember, nobody wants to buy anything from somebody who's in a shitty mood. Again, marketing or addiction. Accept the fact that we are the sum total of all of our choices. You are exactly where you deserve to be right now. You need to be persistent and vigilant in order to get where you should and need to be personally and professionally. Today is always day one. When you show up today, you don't get it back. Be the best professional partner. Never take your clients or referral partners for granted. Remind them how much you appreciate the opportunity to work with them, and then go out there and do the best job that you could possibly do at that time. Here's a hint. You can't do it when you're drunk or hungover. So if you want to, and I encourage you to do this if this makes sense to you, because it does to me, let's jump into my group this upcoming Monday at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Let's have an honest conversation for a damn change. We've all got skinned knees right now with our lives. We're all imperfect. And who gives a flying shit about it? Just deal with it. I'm okay with it. You ought to be okay with it. I still like you. And maybe for right now, that's good enough. I hope this helps.